Way back in 2019, that seems like a whole nother world now. But way back then, I covered a news story about NASA's upcoming Perseverance rover mission, which was going to carry biochemical detecting instruments to a very tantalizing location on Mars to look for life. The mission launched from Earth on July 30th, 2020, and it landed on Mars 6.5 months later, on February 18th, 2021. The location of its landing is known as Jezero Crater, and it's a potential hotspot for evidence of any past life on Mars. This is because the 28-mile-wide crater shows evidence of hosting liquid water in the past. It's basically a giant crater turned into a lake bed. Many minerals in the crater are also known to be formed through reactions involving liquid water. The dried remains of a river delta flow into Jezero Crater, and near its northeastern corner, the Syrtis Major volcano has ancient bedrock exposed on the surface, which holds evidence of Mars's surface 3.6 to 4 billion years ago, which is a realistic window for when we think Mars may have had liquid water and, potentially, life on its surface. Basically, the crater is a geologically and chemically diverse region that was once a 40-kilometer wide and hundreds of meters deep lake, connected to a river. When Mars was more temperate and had liquid water on its surface, it's possible that microbial life could have emerged and spread throughout this habitat. So it's considered one of, if not the best places on Mars to look for life. Since landing on Mars in February of this year, NASA has been having the Perseverance rover explore the local area and get acquainted with the landscape, and perform tests and practice runs with its mining drills. More recently, they prepared for the rover's true sampling and analysis efforts, and have declared that Perseverance is ready to start looking for evidence of life. Abigail Allwood is a scientist at NASA's JPL, who is the lead on controlling the PIXL device, or the Planetary Instrument for X-ray Lithochemistry, an X-ray device on the rover that's been giving really good data so far. Abigail Allwood said, quote, "If life was there in Jezero Crater, the evidence of that life could be there," unquote. In a press statement, NASA explained that the rover will use its 7-foot-long robotic arm to image a sample site, and then take a sample of the regolith. The sample will be deposited in metal cylinders and analyzed with a variety of instruments. Now, Perseverance isn't solely an astrobiological mission. It's also doing a lot of geological research, and these samples are primarily going to be used to study mineral types, chemical composition, material ratios, and inform theories on Mars's formation and development. Now, on this podcast, we're interested in the astrobiology first and foremost. So the instrument that we really want to pay attention to is the Sherlock, the Scanning Habitable Environments with Raman and Luminescence for Organics and Chemicals instrument. That doesn't really roll off the tongue, so we'll just call it Sherlock for short. However, we'll also be paying attention to the other instruments that have a more geological focus, because the geology of the region will inform our understanding of the ecology of the region, and the types of biology that may have emerged or colonized here. Ken Farley is a project scientist on the Perseverance mission. In the NASA statement, he said, quote, "Not every sample Perseverance is collecting will be done in the quest for ancient life, and we don't expect this first sample to provide definitive proof one way or the other. While the rocks located in this geological unit are not great time capsules for organics, we believe they have been around since the formation of Jezero Crater, and incredibly valuable to fill gaps in our geologic understanding of this region, things we'll desperately need to know if we find life once existed on Mars," unquote. Now, the real biological fun is going to happen later, when the metal cylinders containing the regolith samples from Jezero Crater are brought back to Earth. The next time the regolith will be removed from the cylinders, it'll be in a sterilized clean room in a university or NASA facility somewhere. In this tightly controlled environment, the samples can be analyzed with much more sophisticated equipment that's too large to mount onto an interplanetary rover. This way, we can overcome one of the fundamental limitations of the astrobiology research conducted by the old Viking missions. Now, I think I've talked about this before, maybe not, but among the many tests conducted by the Viking landers, there was one highly controversial and highly suggestive test result, but Vikings' instruments were too rudimentary to come to any definite conclusions. In any case, it's awesome that the rover is ready to get going with these sampling efforts. I'm crazy excited to see what comes from this. Like seriously guys, this is it. This is a mission that could legitimately produce evidence of alien life. It would be ancient microbes from Mars, but they're still aliens. Unless they have a nucleic acid genome and they seeded Earth through panspermia, in which case all life on Earth would be the descendants of this ancient extinct Martian life. But that would be an even crazier outcome. That would be a twist that almost no one saw coming.